first attempt.
Action.
Right. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Hey, life's a risk, carnal.
Tell me something, my friend. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I do a great impression of a hot dog.
Billy likes to drink soda.
So am I to understand that you men completed your training on your own?
That's the fact, Jack!
Come on, seriously, who is that?
I only came here to do two things, man. Kick some ass and drink some beer. Looks like we're almost out of beer.
What's up, watchers? What's going on? This is Lucky the Dork Dad, and with me is always this little Joe.
And this is Now Watch This. What is up, Lucky?
Now watch this. We're trying something new. We're recording this episode. We're gonna try to put this on YouTube. So I don't know if we can stream it yet because we always record at different times. So
yeah,
but maybe we'll get there one day.
One day will be as good as just another Friday night.
Again, why do we got to mention them every episode?
I think so. I think it's in the contract or something.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we wanted to get into some. Oh, if you're listening for the first time, this is a podcast about us watching stuff, movies, TV shows.
Yes.
Whatever, something to watch. We're gonna watch something as we talk about it, commentary style. We may go off on tangents, which we normally do.
Yeah, it's, as Jared D says, it's not a podcast. You don't go on tangents.
This video, you can see us watching. So if there's a point where we're not talking, we're just like watching the show,
But that's why we encourage people as we watch to watch along. So
yes,
most of the things that we cover, we try and find either streaming or somehow, and we let you guys know how to find it and when to kick off with us. And so as you're watching or as you're listening, we can watch along with you.
Unless you give us some crazy movie that we can't find anywhere.
Yeah.
Because we do have,
you have to pay like certain
we do
fees.
have the watch box for your suggestions. We still have that. But we have a plan for at least a few weeks here, right? We're going to get into some horror stuff, Halloween stuff, because it's the Halloween season, if you will.
Yes.
So we wanted to get into some slasher stuff, scary stuff. Some movies we remember as kids, like this week. If you're watching, you can see it on the screen, the poster there of Monster Squad.
The Monster Squad was a movie, I think, that for me, when we started doing this podcast, this was like one of the preliminary movies that I wanted to watch. Like it was gonna be the one that I wanted to do most of all, and that's been done.
And I just want to thank Joe for coming over here on a Sunday evening while my Bears are playing Week 1. But that's okay.
I just freaking realized that, man. Hey, I have some people going in my fantasy league tonight. I don't mind. We can split screen it.
That's okay. It looks like they're already losing 10-0.
And that's not surprising.
Oh, did the Cowboys win this week?
They did not, but you know what? Like I have like Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper on my fantasy league.
Oh, I saw that.
Dude, they give me like 80-something points.
I saw that.
So I'm not mad. I'm saying, like, for the Cowboy haters out there, it's funny because they hate the Cowboys more than they love their own team. So, I'll just say that.
Okay.
And then it's going to be one of the few losses they have this year, hopefully.
Okay, sure.
Shut up. I have a toxic relationship with the Cowboys. Okay?
Because this year is their team. This is their year. Right?
I love them. You don't understand how much they love me.
This is their year.
Yes, you don't understand. It's
okay. I get it. I'm the same way. This is the Bears' year this year.
You can't honestly say that though. Like I mean, Cowboys have a chance. They should make the playoffs. I say that. How far they go, depends. But
it's gonna happen. Don't worry about it. All right.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. Okay. Monster Squad. Monster Squad. That's not the right date.
Is it?
It's on Amazon Prime. If you guys have Amazon Prime, I don't know why it says
It came out November 3rd,
2020.
Woo.
That's not right.
That was probably his prime date. I think it was 1987, 1988.
Let me confirm.
But yeah,
So
man, this was it for me
There was some debate on this show because somebody on the show
on our Facebook
posted up a particular question, and I don't believe it.
Well, it was. I mean, okay, when people
what was the question?
would explain. Okay, the question was like, what the debate was: Monster Squad versus Goonies.
Yeah.
Yes, and I mean, fuck, can't we have both? You know. I mean, this isn't Marvel and DC or something, you know.
We can have both, but
I'm just saying.
Someone on the show, not me, posted up saying that this particular movie was better than Goonies. I mean,
you got to understand this movie for me, though. It's like this movie for me. Okay, like this is like, let's say you know your Desert Island movie. Like you go to Desert Island, you have 2 or 3 movies you could take. This would be one of them.
This would be one of them, really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna get all the fucking tacos. Spoiler alert.
Okay, Monster Squad, 1987.
Yes.
PG-13. It's kind of short, an hour and 19 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, we're still gonna probably do a 4-hour show on it, but
maybe. It's okay for me because I'm going back tonight. So you got to work in the morning.
Oh, I'm good. You know, my wife's like, I'll see you in 10 hours.
Yeah. Monster Squad. So this is just going to be the first of many movies we dive into this spooky season. There's a couple others I want to get into, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
You think we definitely got to get a Halloween in, right? Or
yeah,
you a big fan of the Halloween movies, the actual Halloween movies?
I don't want to say.
Oh my god!
I don't want to say.
You've never seen?
No.
Oh, are you serious? Oh
no.
My god, that's weird.
And what's funny is like I've only seen like the first Friday the 13th, with the one that doesn't even have Jason in it.
The one with the mom?
The one with the mom.
Oh my god! Dude, like, were you like prone to fucking nightmares or something? What happened?
I don't know. Maybe it's like I knew of the characters, and it's like I don't know. I just never dove into that.
Okay, but there's people who are like they like horror movies, but they don't like slasher movies. Like I think maybe Michael Myers or Halloween and Friday the 13th are maybe considered more slasher movies. So like, did you like Exorcist? Did you see Exorcist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I like spooky movies. It's just like I don't know. Maybe I wasn't around it enough growing up.
I don't know. Well, as you can
and
tell,
my family now doesn't like spooky movies. Every time I try to get them to watch something, they're like, no.
Okay, so like,
but you know what? Like in the words of my cousin, she says, "Screw the kids."
Me and my wife were just saying that today because like we bought like all this lumpia and fucking dude, and you know we brought it home and it was fucking awesome and. The kids are like, oh, what's that? And we're like, you know what? Fuck y'all. Go eat your fucking plain ass hamburgers and shit like that. Cheese pizzas. You know, we're gonna eat for ourselves.
My daughter's nothing but chicken nuggets and chicken strips.
Bro, I'm telling you, these kids, all of them nowadays.
It's like that's all they eat.
Yeah, and so my oldest son, he's always like, well, what are y'all getting to eat? And you know, I'm bringing this home, whatever. Oh, I'm just gonna go get my own stuff, motherfucker. Like you have money. Like it's not my money. You're fucking spending.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Kids these days.
I'm telling you. Hey, so, okay. What do y'all do to get, like in the Halloween mood, man? Like, okay, y'all don't watch movies? Y'all don't watch scary movies?
One thing we
shows?
do that I guess is one tradition is we always carve pumpkins together.
Okay, yeah. That's great.
So
we do that, yeah.
I like that. That's one thing we do every year.
What about those Halloween shows? Like, my wife and I like to watch like the Halloween Wars and stuff, where they bake like Halloween themed cakes and skull pumpkins and shit like that.
I used to like that. There was like on the Food Network those competitions where they carve pumpkins and stuff.
Yeah,
yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah, I could.
Those are pretty much just like sculptors and artists. They're just carving pumpkins.
Like, and I'm like, man, I wish I could do that. I couldn't. I am not that fucking talented.
But we like those cake shows too. You watch Buddy versus Duff?
Yeah. We watch those kind of shows. Like we watch or on Netflix they have the Nailed It one.
Oh yeah,
that shit's fucking funny.
I like that because they get people that don't have no talent.
Yeah, and that makes me feel like I could be on there.
It's close enough.
Well, like so, we like to watch like stuff like that. Like get into the Halloween season. I remember they used to have like Halloween Crazy and Halloween Crazier, and they'd show people that decorate their houses and stuff like that.
Really, like almost like Christmas competitions and stuff.
Yeah,
but in Halloween.
Yeah. Y'all decorate?
I mean, I got big trees in the front, so like I could do something pretty crazy, but
does the neighborhood?
We don't.
Like,
there's a couple houses where they try to do like a little haunted house thing, or at least leading up to their house, they'll put like a whole bunch of stuff. It's like it's cool.
That's badass. That's badass. Like, so the people that don't know and just tuned into our show, I know a lot of people assume like me and Lucky, we fucking have known each other all our lives and stuff, but like it's really been a few months here. So as you can tell on our shows, like try to get to know each other more.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know,
feel
like,
each other out. Literally, no.
Getting our feelings. But
no, like if y'all don't know, starting out, man, we were crying together over the internet.
Hey, I think during the shutdown, during the pandemic, everyone did that together, man. And then when fucking pinche Blue's Clues came out last week, and everyone watched that, it's like, oh fuck.
Maybe that's more.
It hit everyone in the field.
Maybe that's more your generation. I mean, I knew of Steve, but I was a little old already.
No, yeah. I didn't watch Blue's Clues, but I remember my oldest son when he was younger, he watched Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
So that's what I remember it from. Yeah. Damn, dude, I ain't that young.
But all the millennials, let's say, got the feels on that one.
I know we need someone to come back from our time, and that brings us back to our movie, man. This movie, I don't know.
LeVar Burton, Reading Rainbow.
Well, yeah. Oh, dude, when he was supposed to come back on Jeopardy, right?
I think he needs his dues. I mean, everybody praising Bob Ross. What's his name?
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Yeah. Those kind of people. We need some more recognition for
LeVar
Burton, Reading Rainbow. Cause
dude, that show was fucking. You know, that was the shit.
It was.
Right?
Everybody knows the song.
Yeah.
Butterfly in the Sky.
I'm telling you.
Hey, let's start this movie.
All right.
So those Monster Squad who want to watch it, it's on Prime. And I got my little remote here. I'm going to start it right now if y'all want to watch along. And again, if this is the first time you listen to it, we watch it on mute with the captions on because we can't have the audio, but watch along with us. There's TriStar Pictures. Do you remember? Some people don't remember. Maybe it's one of the Mandela things. But do you remember there was certain movies on the intro where the horse talked like Mr. Ed?
No. You're crazy.
I'm serious.
I've never seen that.
I'm going to look it up. Maybe it's a Mandela thing, but I swear there was some movies when that TriStar horse, that Pegasus is coming.
Yeah, when it comes out.
He was like talking like, oh, Wilbur. Like, I swear to God. I swear to God.
All right. So, Monster Squad, as a lot of movies did back in the day, starts off with this little screen scroll and talks about how and it brought it really back to Van Helsing.
Van Helsing.
Yeah, so anyone who's watched like Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, especially, who Van Helsing is, or the Hugh Jackman movie.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, that guy. Pinche Wolverine. Man, I wanted to like that movie so much. That one Van Helsing. Did you ever see that?
No, because
that was bad, bro.
Yeah, because no.
But I was always a fan of the Universal monsters growing up, which was weird as a kid. But growing up, I remember I used to read these books about them, and it talked about like Lon Chaney and the actors that were in there, Bela Lugosi, shit like that. Frankenstein, Wolfman, the Mummy, and Dracula.
Got my Frankenstein shirt on.
Yeah,
which you can find on Three-Legged Rabbit.
Dude.
This is a shirt by Nick Zampotis.
That's badass. I got my...
you got your Monster Squad shirt
my
on.
Stephen King Rule shirt, Don't exactly look like the kid in the movie, but it's okay.
You're about the same height, though, right?
Yeah. Dude, Chuck was showing me he had the same damn shirt. The Monster Squad shirt. I was like, oh shit, twinsies.
Shop at the same store.
Actually, I had this made, but yeah.
It's in the kids section. Both short. But
it's just in the husky section.
Oh, yes. Husky. It's extra medium.
That was back in the day, man. You'd have like fucking one store with like 3 size pants.
Yeah, I was in them Huskies.
Okay, so it starts off and it's 100 years ago, and Van Helsing's fighting Dracula, and they have this way, to, I guess, evil's coming, and they want to take over like they always do, and it's Dracula, but this guy's a badass fucking Dracula. It's
he's like,
it's a kid's movie, but this dude's badass.
I think he just walks around just all cocky, right? It's just like he has no care in the world.
Yeah, and like loving this movie as I did. I want to say, I don't think I saw it in theaters as a kid, but I remember seeing it on home video, and then you'd get that occasional watch, and I remember just randomly it coming on TBS and me being able to fucking record it on VHS and having that tape and fucking watching and rewatching that tape over and over again. But like, I don't remember it being big. Like, it wasn't huge. It didn't make big money, anything like that.
It's not Goonies.
Oh God. And so, but that was the thing, right? Like people.
But
to explain this movie, they would say, it's like fucking Goonies meets the Universal Monsters.
Yeah. So I'm assuming Goonies came out before this, right?
I believe so.
And then that was probably like, oh, we need to get a bunch of kids together and make a movie. But did you know the link between this movie and Goonies?
No. What is it?
I'll save it for when it comes up.
Oh God.
I'll save it. I'm surprised you didn't know this.
See if I can catch it.
I'm surprised you didn't know this. But there is a definite link.
Like same actor or something?
Just you should know if you see it.
Okay.
So Van Helsing's here. They need a virgin, right? There's some special amulet. They need a virgin to say some German words or whatever. And they're supposed to make all the monsters go away into, what do they call it? There's like a big portal.
Oblivion? Did they say that? No. You're
some,
supposed to blow a hole in Oblivion. They'll say it.
It's some crazy word.
So I guess it doesn't happen here, but the monsters do have to go away. And then we click on to to present time, and then that's when you get your Goonies squad going. But I don't know, man. Like, again, I like Goonies. I'm not saying I didn't, but I liked this movie, and it was because I was like so into the Universal monsters and the classic horror, you know.
It's just, I don't know. It seems I guess maybe watching it now, right? It seems so unrealistic that these creatures and monsters would be working together.
No way. Oh my god!
But you know what? You know how Universal is trying to get their own monster universe.
Yeah.
I mean, look, this movie already did it. There's no need.
But that's the thing. Like that's what it is, right? Like, you go back in the day, and the only thing you saw it in was if you saw Abbott and Costello versus meets the Wolfman, and that one has, you know, it has Dracula, it has Frankenstein, it has Mummy. But I've seen them all put together before in like different things. I remember, I believe it was DuckTales had an episode where it had, you know, again, the leader is always Dracula. You know, he's always the boss.
Scooby Doo,
and he has his own.
Scooby Doo have the Universal monsters.
They might have too, but that was the thing. Like it was always like that vibe. Like they were like your Justice League of fucking Universal monsters.
Yeah. Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Mummy,
and the creature of Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
And so like these books, and I remember them. I getting them in like the school library, and they were like these little orange books. It wasn't big, and it was like the Wolfman, and it showed like behind the scenes shit, or it was Dracula, and it had all of them together. So, dude, I was fucking into it. Look, that dude has my shirt on.
Yep, there he is. What's his name in there?
Sean.
You know, another thing about this movie and Goonies, these kids didn't do crap afterwards.
Yeah. That was the thing too. It was what was so fucking cool about the 80s, right?
Like they were trying too hard to be like the Goonies. They're like, we're the Monster Squad.
I don't think so. Like,
because it seemed like these characters would have, well, to you, they're memorable, I guess.
Dude, like, oh my god, I can't believe you didn't like this movie.
To me, they just don't stand out.
Okay, so did you see it back in the day? Like, you saw this?
Yeah.
As a kid?
Yeah. Did they say the teacher looked like a cat?
Like, I swear, since we got this movie on DVD, and I got it when it first came out on DVD and Blu-ray, like, its first release since fucking back in the day. And, man, I swear we watch it at least once a year.
What's so crazy? They called this kid Fat Kid.
Yeah. Wait, that was the 80s.
That was the brother from
the Wonder Years.
Yeah. He was always played a jerk, right?
Yeah. You remember him on Pee-wee's Big Adventures, right? Like, you know, with the bike.
They smashed his Snickers.
What'd you say, faggot?
Man, they won't say that anymore either. Yeah. They said whore ass.
Yeah. So, yeah, and again, when you watch these 80s movies, you see it, right? Like you see all this stuff. Like, you know, when we watched Porky's the other day, you know.
They would never say faggot anymore.
That and I don't know about Fat Kid, stuff like that. But, you know, we see our little hero here, Rudy, shows up. Classic fucking
It's always a guy in a leather jacket, right?
Oh, dude, he was like the teenage Fonz here.
And that's what I'm saying. How much older is he from these kids? Is in the same school, obviously?
Well, I think they talked about him being like a middle school kid. And that's why like people were like, you know, Rudy's supposed to be so cool and stuff, but who from middle school hangs out with elementary school kids?
I know. Would that make you cool?
Yeah, I don't know, but fucking dude, I would have fucking loved to have had fucking friends that were into monsters and shit.
And there's always like that. He's like this one kid that everybody like respects.
Right? Yeah,
like, come on.
He's the cool kid.
They do whatever he says. He smashed a fat kid's Snicker bar, stepped on it. Now he's gonna make homeboy eat it, and he does it. I'm like, screw you, man.
No, that's what the bully gets, bro. He was fucking bullying the fat kid.
But who is this guy? Just because he's riding in on a bike with a leather jacket on?
Bro, I don't know. Man, if they had a fucking Monster Squad versus the Goonies, I think the Monster Squad wins, bro.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah. But you got the little Asian kid that makes stuff, that's the only thing you got.
You got Sloth and Chunk.
Yeah, but they have Frankenstein.
Kid.
They have Scary German Guy.
Scary German Guy. Is that a cliche too? There's always like this one house in the neighborhood that everybody's scared of.
That's it.
It's Monster House.
It's all classic horror stuff in here, man. It's all, and you could tell, I guess the love for it. The director, Fred Decker, famously he made Walking Dead. Like he was one of the first Walking Dead directors.
All right.
When the show first came out. But he made another movie called Night of the Creeps. You ever seen Night of the Creeps?
No.
Oh my god. We gotta watch that one too then.
It's funny. It's like you couldn't have a house like that in a neighborhood nowadays because the homeowners association won't allow it.
Yeah.
As soon as this guy's grass was like more than 2 inches, they'd be calling him, "Hey, you need to cut your grass."
Why are you trying to oppress the skirt? And then when you meet the guy, right, it's like, oh come on, that guy wouldn't have a bad lawn. You know what I mean?
I know. Creepy German guy.
So this is funny. These two guys, like, I remember this dude from The Sopranos, but so they're transporting, I guess, a bunch of dead bodies, and then all of a sudden you hear a noise in the back. You're like, "Fuck that!"
Now I don't remember, why did they start coming back alive? Just because the 100 years?
Yeah, it's coming back. The 100 years time is coming back, and as long as I guess this. What is it? The fucking.
I don't know, it's like a curse, or I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Like as long as this thing doesn't go off again, like I guess they can come back and they can take over the world or whatever.
It's always take over the world.
Well, it's like it's like there's I guess goodness and evil, right? And fucking goodness won last time, and evil's always trying to come back.
Look at him, he's a badass. So where are you, son of a bitch?
Fuck that. As soon as I saw a bat, I would have fucking left.
I know, it'd be like, hell no, there's a bat back there.
Hell no. We'll land and deal with this shit.
And like, this plane just had all these, or the plane just had Frankenstein, right?
No, it transports dead bodies, I guess, so it's like a fucking what you call it? I guess like a funeral service.
Yeah, but I'm saying they just so happen to have Dracula and Frankenstein in here.
No, I think Dracula went looking for Frankenstein, and that's why he went as the bat. But again, like so it just so happened to fall in there, and then that's where
the creature. Just
that's where the creature's at. Yeah,
he's just in there. It's funny how they're all in this hometown.
Oh yeah.
But this is where the amulet is, right?
Supposedly. Yeah. And then so like it's Dracula that's summoning them there.
We're watching on the subtitles, and it has the character's name and what they're saying. Kid. And they even the subtitles say "fat kid."
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
It's like, do we even know his fucking name?
Did you ever know anybody that had a treehouse?
I didn't, but I remember always fucking wanting one, like fucking thinking that was fucking badass.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, we always fucking lived in apartments and shit, so like I remember the apartments that we lived in that we were there for a couple years. There were some woods in the back, and we had like a fucking clubhouse back there.
Look at this, we don't have big trees.
Yeah, that's it too, because we had a big if we had like a mesquite tree, fucking people would be cutting it down for wood here in Texas to barbecue.
The little sister. No girls allowed.
But yeah, like I would fucking. I remember being a horror movie fan as a kid. Like I fucking loved horror movies. I remember wanting to go like we had Nightmare on Grayson here in San Antonio for the longest. Yeah. I remember wanting to go, and then going when I was like 15, I went there, and I fucking started talking to people outside, and they were telling me like, yeah, you know, you 15 years old, like you could work here, you know, and had me talk to this other guy, dude. Next day I was showing up with my fucking with my application and everything, and I worked there. Like
at Nightmare and Grayson?
Yeah.
Nice.
For 2 or 3 years I worked there. It was pretty badass, man.
It's got to be a trip scaring people.
It fucking is. I had a lot of fucking fun.
Okay, so this part here, you don't notice anything?
Oh, the mom. Yeah. No, yeah, I remember now. The mom is the same mom from the Goonies,
it's
right?
The same mom.
Yeah. Maybe she had 2 lives, bro.
So she gives Sean a book from like a neighbor, right?
No, there was an estate sale from one of the old houses down the street, and he knew the house as the house that fucking, I guess, was supposed to be like Van Helsing's or whatever. Yeah. Even though like historically, like Van Helsing's in Transylvania and or in Europe at least, you know, somewhere over there. But yeah, so
she finds his notebook or something, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess they had a old book in the house, and that's basically what it is, and it's like a journal, but it's in German.
Now the dad, he looks so familiar to me, and I tried looking up other stuff that he's done, and I don't recognize it, but he looks like he's been in a lot of stuff.
Again, he looks 80s, right? Like
yeah, fucking, definitely 80s dad.
And again, like I watched this movie so much, and so this movie was so much of the 80s to me and for me that when you think of like an 80s dad, that's the dude that I think of. You know what I mean?
I think so, yeah. When it's a cool dad, because this dad's a cop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's one of those classic 80s cop badasses, right?
Yeah.
Like we see it later on. That motherfucker takes out a bat flying with a handgun. Driving.
Because normally 80s parents are all clueless and they don't know what's going on. But
yeah.
This dude's an actual... Yeah, he's a badass.
Yeah. And then, like he's the badass. And what I liked about this movie is they put some shit in it. Like typically... A lot of the movies that we've seen, or that we've even talked about, is they put stuff in the movie that is kind of unnecessary, right? Like, we talked about The Program last week, and they put this love story in the fucking middle of it, and we don't need to fucking see that or hear that. But like this movie, it puts the dad is a dad, you know, struggling with his job and his family at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, tell me where the fuck you haven't seen that or heard that, right? That's typical of everyone, right? Like, and then, you know, he's having a little bit of issues with his wife, you know. Again, it's the job and the family and stuff like that. Yeah, and, you know, we've all fucking been through shit like that. So it's, you know, they put this in there, and it's not something that I think is like, oh, I don't need to be in there. Like, it's good. It adds to the movie. It adds to the story.
I mean, he's a cop. She's got to know that, you know, he's got a pretty important job. He's got to be out in different hours, you know?
Yeah, and she's from fucking, what you call it, too? She's from the Lethal Weapon movies as well. Like, she's done a lot.
This is where we get this dude.
Yeah, Uncle Rico.
Isn't that Uncle Rico?
That is Uncle Rico, bro.
No, it isn't.
I fucking swear to you it is.
It is not Uncle Rico.
It is Uncle Rico.
This dude was the crazy dude in Real Science.
Yes.
Oh, no, Real Genius. Sorry.
Real Genius.
With Val Kilmer. We were just talking about.
Okay, so he's going into the thing and to the police station, asking them to lock him up because he's a fucking werewolf. and he, I guess, his human person or human side of it or whatever, he's a good guy. The fucking werewolf controlled by Dracula a little bit. Yeah. He's trying to be good.
All these crazy things start happening. They're at a museum and they're like, "Oh, the mummy just walked up and walked away," and they're like, "What?"
It's like, you didn't take him, did you?
Says 2,000-year-old dead guys do not just get up and walk away. And they show the scene of the mummy walking away.
Now, Dracula, I think he's after the book as well, because the book has how to fucking get rid of them.
Yeah,
or whatever.
you get the book, nobody knows how to stop them.
So he's after the book, and he's let the monsters know, like, the book's in the possession of children, go fucking find it. And this dude is like, oh, fuck. I mean, he's a werewolf, but...
Oh, they shot him, right?
There's only one way to kill a werewolf.
Yeah, I like the whole scene when they're in their clubhouse. They're talking about different ways to kill, right? They're like...
different ways to kill a werewolf, yeah.
Oh, you can't just kill him with a bullet. It has to be a silver bullet. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
And then,
I like when they talk about that stuff in movies. They're like...
Yeah. He's like, wrong. And he's like, okay, so what's the second way? And they say, like, blow him up or something like that, which is exactly what the dad does, and he still fucking comes back.
If I lived near a drive-in, this is what I would be doing.
I lived for a short time in the apartments across the street from the Mission Drive-In, back when it was open. And you could see one or two of the screens from where I lived. I remember watching Independence Day like that.
I think it's cool because his dad just comes out there. Hey, what'd I miss?
Yeah. I would always, if I could do that, like, I would always be fucking doing that. Especially if I had a house like that.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Like, that looked like a fucking chill-ass spot. And with the classic fucking Burger King.
Yes. Everybody's freaking out. They're saying, oh, the body that they shot was the werewolf. He's missing now.
Yeah.
What? I think one thing maybe this movie is lacking. It's like, I needed more build-up. Because, like, we knew Dracula. Dracula's kind of the leader. But all these monsters just start showing up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair, I guess, I didn't think the Goonies had much of a build-up, but, whatever.
And One-Eyed Willie, he knew all about him.
Oh, come on.
The Boondocks.
It's not even One-Eyed Willie. The bad people are the fucking, what are they, the Sandersons or whatever. And they're all, like, there's no build-up to that. Come on. This is a monster squad. They're the monster squad. And he's like, what's that? He's like, us.
Do you know about the mess up in Goonies, too?
Nah.
Where the main character, played by Sean Astin, is the part where they're taking a leak. And he says something. He's like, come on, Josh.
Oh, that's the dude.
And he's called Josh Brolin by his real name. And they left it in.
No shit.
But I don't know. I guess nobody caught on to it.
Just no one cares about the Goonies. That's not fair. I like the Goonies. I'm playing.
So now this is so crazy. So now everybody is being summoned to where Frankenstein fell in this swampy area. Got the mummy, the werewolf, and then Dracula's lifting up the casket or crate with Frankenstein in it, and the creature from the Black Lagoon just lifts him up. Rah!
Yeah.
Like he was just in there. It's like,
but here's another thing, like this kind of updated look of the classic Universal monsters is pretty badass, right? Like
I think so for the time too.
Yeah, it's not like that looks fucked up. Like you see Dracula in movies nowadays, it fucking, especially like it looks like a vampire, like Twilight or something. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Or they try to make the either the vampires or the werewolves look all fucking crazy with this fucking crazy ass mouth or something. No, this is the way they're supposed to fucking look. It's your classic Universal monsters. But you know what? Like now that you mention it, like I never even fucking thought of it. Like I always saw them all together, like this group. Like I never thought of it like, why are they fucking together? But it's a good point you bring up, I guess.
Maybe that's what Universal wanted to do. It's like, why would they be together? I guess.
Yeah.
They all had their individual shows, but
yeah,
they're just all monsters.
Yeah. The only people that can relate to them are other monsters. Like you don't get it. Haven't you seen Hotel Transylvania?
Yeah. True.
And it's that, right? It's Frankenstein. Yeah. You know, Dracula, Wolfman, Invisible Man too. But that's the best representation we're getting now. I hate to say it, is in those fucking Hotel Transylvania movies, and they're not fucking bad.
Adam Sandler still looks like this kind of Dracula.
Yeah.
Or vampire.
My daughter loves those movies.
Yeah. I like Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
It's pretty much an Adam Sandler. He's got all his buddies doing the voices.
Again, like I like, you know, growing up, or not growing up, but like as we're older, like I liked all the Adam Sandler movies. You know, there's people that have issues with some of them, or you know, like they don't like that shit at all, and they think it's trash. I mean, I fucking love that.
We can get into Adam Sandler one of these days, but
you know, I think, you know,
people shit on him now, but I still like him.
Nah, dude, yeah, for like me and my wife, it's like, you know, when we started dating, like one of the first movies we saw was Wedding Singer. You know, and you get to like 51st dates and shit like that, like, you know, we're all for it, you know. Adam Sandler's a part of it.
Did you see he did a Halloween Netflix one?
Hubie Halloween.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it was good.
Because you don't have that, you know what I mean? Like, the Halloween movies, you don't have a lot of that's, you know, that there's stuff that's around, but it's not like universally loved, you know? Like, I think Trick or Treat came out recently. You remember that one?
I didn't see that.
Oh, fuck. That's a good movie. You'll like it. It's an anthology movie.
Trick or Treat, that's the one with the little guy, right? Sam or whatever.
Yeah. And again, he's in the background of the movie for the most part. It's an anthology movie that goes through different stories in this little town at Halloween. And it's fucking good. Like, I mean, we can do it easily on here and it'd be good.
This part I don't understand. He saw like a code. A code? I don't know what he's saying.
No, because the mom left him a thing, Mr. Alucard called looking for you.
And he just like, oh, it stands for something else. I like this part too.
Alucard backwards.
Where this little kid's like, there's a monster in my closet.
Look how badass his room is, bro. Like,
looking through this movie, look, My Pet Monster right there.
Yeah, look,
I had that, man.
Look at the Punisher poster in the back.
There was I don't know if it was in the clubhouse, but one, or maybe it's this one. They had a badass Spider-Man poster too.
Yeah. Robotech fucking pajamas. You know, it's like fucking this kid had it made.
I need all that stuff. And the little clown, the clown lamp. Yeah. What is that doing in there? There's always a clown in these movies.
Fucking that's it. That'd be the creepiest thing of all. I think my wife and I started watching Poltergeist last night. We watched Elvira, and then we started watching Poltergeist, but she fell asleep.
That movie always gives me chills, man. Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Especially like the pool scene.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, the pool scene, the clown. Oh, that's just.
I don't know. I always thought the mom was fucking hot too.
It's because they showed her in her 20s.
Yeah. And then like the mom and dad were fucking smoking pot, and I was like, I remember, I remember like fucking back in the day, like that was, I hate to say it, but that was my mom and dad fucking smoking pot.
Whose parents didn't smoke pot?
Yeah, it was like fucking crazy.
And this thing too, that little kid was just in bed, right, in sleep, saying, "Oh, there's a monster in my closet," and now he's up in the clubhouse.
No, this is the next day.
Is it the next day though? It's still dark.
No.
Mom came to my house.
I don't know. He still got his fucking Robotech shirt on.
That's what I'm saying.
But they all live in the same neighborhood. The fucking clubhouse is in their backyard.
That's what I'm saying. He was just in bed and he snuck out of house to go to the treehouse.
Look at Rudy. Rudy probably lives there. Monster Squad. Did the fucking Goonies have a song named after it? No, it didn't.
Huh. You got a point.
There's no Goonies. No. See?
You got a point.
And then my favorite fucking 80s montage song is in here.
What is that?
The Rockin' Till You Drop.
I don't know. I got to hear it.
Oh, my God. Hey, maybe you can play a little bit when it comes on.
It's like, where's the Monster Squad? To me, it just seems like forced. And it's always the dog, right? The dog puts a little paw up there.
How, fucking Rudy's like, how's the dog get up here?
Right?
Now, like, when I grew up as a kid, like, there was woods by our house. We always liked to go fucking walking in the woods and explore. Like, nowadays, again, I don't know. I'm letting my 8-9-year-old kid go walking in the woods by himself. Or not by himself, or even with his cousins, like, without an adult. Fuck that. But, like, that's what we used to do, right? Like, so I would imagine if there was, like, a fucking mansion in your neighborhood, like an old rundown mansion, you probably went and explored that shit.
And that's what gets me, too. It's like kids back in the 80s, in these movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, they're all off by themselves, doing whatever in the middle of the night, sneaking out. So, so the people that watch these movies, like us, right?
We love these movies, but we never fucking...
But, no, that's not what I'm getting into. It's like, we watch these movies, we grew up watching these movies, but this is the same generation that won't let their kids outside. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, oh, no, you better, no.
Yeah.
We're harder on our kids than we were, but I don't know.
It's just a different time, man, you know? Even now, but, like, nowadays we wouldn't let them, even though, like, we can get in touch with them immediately.
That's what I mean. It's like we need to know where they're at all the time.
Like again, like, we can get...
It makes you think, like, the parents back in the day, they didn't care where the hell their kids were at. 8, 10, 9, 10 o'clock at night. Where's your kids? I don't know. They're out somewhere. They'll be back.
As I said earlier, you know, my mom and dad were like the mom and dad on fucking Poltergeist, so...
There you go. They're like, we need to go see Crazy German Guy so he can translate this book.
I like the way fucking Fat Kid dresses.
Hell yeah. Well, we talked about clothes, right? There was this husky. If not, you had to get adult clothes because these look like adult shirts. Adult button up, like Hawaiian type shirts.
Yeah.
All long on him.
All right, so this is classic, right? Like, it's got the little girl playing down by the lake or down by the water.
Again, who's letting her be out there by herself?
Yeah. And so presumably this is in her backyard, and then fucking the dad's a cop, you know, but, you know, Frankenstein just shows up. And now if you've seen, like, the classic Frankenstein movie, you know, that's where he kills the little girl, you know. So it was a little play on that. And again, like I said, you could tell, like, the dude's fan of a lot of the classic horror, you know, and they put all this shit in there.
Old German guy turns out to be a nice guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, who wants some more pie, fat kid? Yeah.
Now, one of the cool things I kind of like that they did here, again, it wasn't forced upon us or you know, shown, but he's a German guy, but he's a Jewish guy, right? Like,
oh, he knows German, right?
Yeah. He's Jewish, and then they show, like, kind of when they're leaving the house, they're like, man, you sure do know a lot about monsters. And he's like, yeah, come to think of it, I kind of do. And then it shows his tattoo, which is the concentration camp tattoos that they were given during that time. And so it's like, oh, if I could put in there that, well, this guy was fucking, during the Holocaust, he was over there. So it kind of, again, it's not something that they force upon us or.
But they threw it in there to see if we catch it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Easter egg.
But yeah, man, it's one of the things that I did like about this movie. I don't know if I caught it as a kid, but as an older, as an adult, or when that shit came around, like I kind of caught up to that.
He's translating the book for him, talking about the amulet, and they need the balance between good and evil, and they need a virgin.
And this seemed to be the topic, right, of the fucking 80s. You had a couple movies, Last American Virgin, stuff like that. It was hot on the mind. Like when he asked, and he's like, the guys would like to know whether or not you've been dorked.
This is where you talk about it. It's every 100 years.
And the last century
That's
is
the
today.
word I couldn't find.
There you go.
Limbo. Yeah, it'll open a vortex into limbo.
The forces are evil forever. But it's like you said, like a lot of these people, like, again, I don't see anything that's badly acted in this movie, right? Like, there's not a bad actor or anything. But I don't remember a lot of these guys from doing other things.
That's insane. We got to see when it came out and what it was against.
The kid Rudy, he was in Kids Incorporated. I remember that.
Never seen that.
Oh God, it was a show like on. It used to come on the Disney Channel.
Kids Incorporated?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like the Disney Channel used to have like the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah.
And then it had Kids Incorporated, which was like a B version of the Mickey Mouse Club. Again, like we didn't always have the Disney Channel, but when we did, it was pretty good.
They think he's a monster too. They're like, if I was a vampire, look, I wouldn't have no reflection. This is where he said, oh, you sure know a lot about monsters.
And again, it wasn't like fucking something, like, oh man, like shoved in our face. Because, kids wouldn't get that normally, right? Like, kids wouldn't understand that. But they put it in there, and it's nice, man. It's good. It's a good little touch.
And why's the fat kid always got to be the dumb one? He's like, what do they say? We got to open a hole to Dumbo? Limbo, stupid.
A virgin. It doesn't say like, but it is the classic trope of like you need a virgin girl. Why couldn't it be a guy?
No, I'm just gonna say that. It's like
they're all fucking.
Whenever they say virgin, why do we just assume it has to be a girl?
Like, hey, Rudy, you know any virgins?
I would have said, yeah, all of y'all.
Fucking, you're looking at one.
They reference Kmart. They're like, you guys. Nobody listens to the little sister. Quit being a spaz.
Phoebe the Phoebe.
Would you just look? How do they not notice him coming around the tree? They're like, oh shit.
This is one of the parts is when they get in the fucking in the house in the clubhouse and he sees his mask. It's like scary. He's friends with us. Don't be chicken shit.
That was a cool part, seeing this little girl saying chicken shit.
And then so it throws back on the, again, the classic movie. It is the death, it's where he kills the little girl, and you learn, but he isn't that bad. Like, he is a monster, you know what I mean? But this one makes it like they have him on their side.
He can be manipulated.
But it does show too. It's like
he's a simp. Show him a little care and do whatever you want.
This guy is like
she's like, now can I be in the Monster Club?
Yeah, so this guy is like what's his name?
Who?
The actor.
This guy?
Yeah.
In Frankenstein?
Yeah, it's like something Danny Noonan or something like that. But he goes around now to fucking cons a lot.
For this movie?
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, that's what these guys should do. Because I'm sure they ain't doing much right now. It's like how I mentioned that they had the whole, like, Sandlot crew here at one of the Comic-Cons.
Well, he went to... They were all in Austin. But the Draft House, I think they had a special showing of Monster Squad, and it had like most of them out. I want to say the only one that wasn't there was maybe Dracula.
Did you ever have one of those costumes, or do you remember having those costumes where it's just like a vinyl?
It was like a fucking rubber band on the back.
Yeah, but like the costume itself, it was just like a piece of vinyl you put over your clothes. Tied in the back.
Yeah, and it tied in the back, and like by the third or fourth house, it fucking ripped right here.
It's like you're wearing a trash bag, pretty much.
Yeah, it was a cover. But nowadays, like if you were to have one of those things, like in mint condition. That shit goes for some fucking money, bro. And it's like, what the fuck? All it was, it wasn't even like, it didn't make you look like a Wolfman. It just had something that said the Wolfman on the front.
Dude, I was just, I should have brought him in here. I was looking through some old pictures I found my mom gave me. Mm-hmm. And I have one in one of those type of costumes. It was a Snoopy costume.
Oh, yeah.
I think all it said was like, Happy Halloween on it with Snoopy. And the mask was Snoopy. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't even like a full costume. It was just like a picture.
Yeah. I remember having one. I want to say a Wolfman one when I was like 7 or 8. I want to say probably the coolest costume. Well, one of the coolest costumes I remember getting. My mom got me a ninja one. And then like. Fucking fuck the costume. Like, I'd wear the jacket legit, like, fucking every day. I was real into fucking karate and shit like that.
One year, I don't know, it might have been first or second grade. That was probably my coolest costume ever. I went as Frankenstein. Mm-hmm. Actually, they were doing like a Halloween play at school, right? And they're like, oh, you're going to be Frankenstein. And my stepfather at the time made me like these boots. He put like 2x4s.
Yeah.
And nailed them to like some old work boots, and like so made me all tall. That was probably like the coolest costume I ever had.
This is the song, man. This is the fucking they play the whole song during the movie. But I want to say I've seen it used in other movies and in other 80s movies too. Look at this shit.
How are you gonna get away with making this stuff in shop class?
That's why they don't have shop no more.
And then later on, like they show him making silver bullets. Mm-hmm. It's like, what? You're making that in school? Get out of here!
Yeah. Look, there's the Spider-Man fucking poster.
Spider-Man poster. Look, that dude had some cool ass stuff.
Yeah, his fucking room was legit.
And this is the funny part. Dear Army guys,
come quick. And then they show up.
That's the most bizarre thing at the end. We'll get to that part, but that was like,
look at his Hulk wallpaper.
Did you see that old Godzilla?
No, I didn't see that.
Shit. That big ass copy machine. Did you see that?
But again, as a kid, dude,
Look right here, melting silver. You can't do that in school.
Oh, you do it all the time. I remember fucking the big thing like in high school, like the kids that took like the fucking art class, or they'd be making fucking ceramic fucking bongs in the
look,
back.
he had the cigarette pack there.
They just stole the mom's silver. But I'm telling you, this song is fucking classic. It's on my fucking Halloween playlist. I was listening on the way over here.
Look, all these people at this archery thing, nobody sees him. Just swipe that.
Yeah. Don't they know he's the bad kid? He's wearing a leather jacket and jeans, bro.
Look at those stores that don't exist anymore.
Nope.
1 hour photos. Man.
I guess Rudy was good at a spit take, right? They're like, hey, we need another spit take.
I know. Rudy. What is that? At least the third time he's done that? He's always drinking Pepsi for some reason.
Why does this kid have a fucking Confederate Army fucking cap on?
I don't know. To me, this Dracula is too cool for this squad.
No way. He's hardcore, bro.
No, but I mean for the other monsters, like.
Oh yeah. I hear what you're saying.
see him having like a much badder ass crew. You know what I mean?
He's just getting the gang back together, bro. You know, they're not at full strength. That's why he keeps losing.
I mean, like every other Dracula movie. Well, I guess it isn't specifically a Dracula movie, but I would have turned some people to have a crew, you know, to work with.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
gotta have some bitches. Hey, did you see like? Okay, so you've seen like Once Bitten, you'd have a crew like that. Yeah. I like that movie. That's one of our movies we have to watch too for Halloween time.
This dude's been in a lot too. The Chief or whatever.
I remember him in Harlem Nights.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I forget his name.
But yeah, again,
he came in another favorite, one of my guilty pleasures.
Which one's that?
With Sinbad, house guest as his friend.
Oh, for real? Okay.
The tattoo artist.
Again, it's like it's one of those classic guys. You see him, and that's 80s for you, you know.
Yeah, he's never really a main character, but he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so when like a lot of these guys that are like character actors, like you see them in a movie, you're like, oh, okay, this would be a good spot.
Yeah.
It's fucking. He's to let him know he's gonna kill your son. Now, for me, this is one of the best fucking wolf changes that I've ever seen on screen or whatever.
And it's practical.
Yeah, it's right up there with the American Werewolf for me. Like this Wolfman, I like this Wolfman a lot.
You know, my favorite transformation.
Which one? Thriller?
Is Michael J. Fox's dad in Teen Wolf. Remember when he's like freaking out in the bathroom, he's changing. Yeah. And then he opens the door and his dad's standing there as a werewolf. All puffy.
I like when the dad confronts the principal at the end.
Oh, and he pees himself.
Yeah. And he's like, you're gonna leave my son alone, and he fucking growls at him.
Yeah. He's like, this babe is major.
That chick's your sister? Fucking, you made him lose his Twinkie.
It's like, why wasn't that creature at the rendezvous ready?
I wonder why he didn't. I mean, yeah, the creature should have went after them right there.
Creature stole my Twinkie. They give him some generic lines, right? Mommy in my closet. Mommy came to my house.
It's like, what we would like to ask you is whether or not you've been dorked.
What we're trying to say is, like,
I guess it was a sensitive subject or something. You didn't fucking bring it up back then or something.
I mean, the little girl said chicken shit. Why can't they say virgin?
Yeah. It's like, oh, you can't have kids saying that. What are you talking about?
Like, have you at some point in time
been dorked?
Is that an 80s term or what?
Yeah, but then he fucking shows her he has pictures of her fucking naked.
That Frankenstein took that nobody knew about.
He's like, Fox has a deal. And that was in fucking Back to the Future too, right? Like the little fucking picture stands.
Yeah.
You get your film developed. Maybe we could have a club. Maybe a math squad, do math problems.
Fat kid, quit being a wuss. And they call him Fat Kid too. And that's his crew.
His fucking friends, yeah.
Like later, my name is Horace.
Midnight, end of world. Remember? It's like anyone's gonna do something about it. It's the Monster Squad. They should have said Goonies never say die, right? Just to say it. I mean, fucking, the dude went on to be fucking, one of the fucking, the ring bearers in fucking Lord of the Rings,
Who, from Goonies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. One of them was Thanos.
Yeah.
And now Sean Austin's in fucking he was in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen that.
He dead.
Yeah.
Bob. His name was Bob. Poor Bob.
And what did they say? People were like, oh, that's the guy from Lord of the Rings. And then people were like, that's the guy from the Goonies. And then, there's others that are like, that's Rudy.
He was such a nerd in Stranger Things.
It was cool though, man.
Yeah.
I like the way Stranger Things kind of, it's set in the 80s and then it gives us throwbacks like fucking Sean Austin, and then it has like Winona Ryder.
I'm hoping this next season is still
Matthew
good,
Modine.
because the kids are getting older.
Yeah, well, I think this is the last one, right?
Not sure. Fat kid. Well, no amulet. Let's go.
This fucking classic, right? Like, Fat Kid would have something in his fucking pocket to eat.
Like, he's like, my dad's a cop, so anybody who fools around with us, they get their ass kicked.
Oh, shit.
He knows he's here. Was Dracula trying to blow up this house?
I think he was trying to fucking do that to Frankenstein, right?
I was like, you think you'd have more powers than that? Like when they showed Dracula trying to break through that wall.
Uh-huh.
Why not turn into a bat? Go through that hole, get the amulet.
Well, I think he couldn't get in there, right? Because it's surrounded by the crosses.
Oh, maybe you're right.
Yeah. There's a little bit of stuff that makes sense.
I'm the leader of this squad.
And this is the classic part that if people know or don't know Monster Squad, this is what they bring up, right? Like, Wolfman has nards.
Yeah, right here, right?
Yeah.
Kick him in the nards. What? You don't have nards. Do it. Wolfman's got nards. And the damn dog's there.
Like, again, I don't know why there wasn't more done for this. Like again, like you see this part here, like Universal Studios does the Halloween Horror Nights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But again, this isn't a Universal Studios movie. Like, I don't even know how they got away with having these classic Universal Studio monsters in this fucking movie. It's probably why more wasn't done afterwards. You know what I mean?
It's true. It was TriStar, wasn't it?
Yeah. So again, it's the best usage that I've seen with the monsters. But again, it wasn't a Universal Studios movie. But like, man, there's so much more I think could have came out of this. But it's what we say with a lot of the 80s movies, right? Like you think about Goonies, right? Nothing more was done with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the stuff they burned out that was good. You know, like, you know, you think about like Police Academy, right? Like the first one is pretty good. Second one is good. It's still funny, but you know, you get down the line to number 5 and it fucking blows balls.
Yeah.
I know you haven't seen them, but like Nightmare on Elm Street or fucking Friday the 13th, like the first few were pretty good. You get down the line and they're still kind of, for me, they're good because I like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But the movies classically are trash. A lot of people say that about the Halloween movies. Like the first 2 were good. Oh, we don't fucking count number 4 or 5 or whatever. But for me, like Halloween 4 is probably my favorite Halloween.
I think too is because like they seem trash because nothing is really scary anymore.
That's true.
Like I know Tommy, he's on the Legends of Pokai podcast, and him and his wife like watching horror movies, but they consider them more comedies because they laugh at them. Because it's like it's unrealistic.
Yeah. Like for me though, it's like again, you go into the horror movies. I like to get into it. Like I like to, I guess, like you go into it knowing that it's not gonna be fucking. We're not watching fucking Shakespeare or something classic like that, right? Like you know, you go into it like for a fucking movie. You know that's good. It's gonna be fun and it's there to scare you. Now, I like a lot of the bullshit horror movies. Like I spent a lot of time fucking scanning the walls of fucking Blockbuster or Hollywood Video, looking at all the horror movies and trying to pick out a good one or a crazy one. You know, in the 80s, I liked a lot of the shit that we got, like Night of the Demons. I like that. Early 90s, we got the remake of the Night of the Living Dead that was classic and good.
I like the weird ones like Critters.
Yeah.
Ghoulies. Remember those movies?
Ghoulies 1 and 2. They're both on HBO Max.
Critters. Troll. Did you ever see Troll?
Yeah.
I mean those weird, crazy movies. I used to like those.
Yeah, Critters 2 is one of my favorites. It's a go back to. I've watched Tremors? At least once a year. I liked in the 90s.
An update: the Bears are still losing.
I liked in the 90s or the 2000s when we got the Mummy movies coming back.
Oh yeah.
Now I don't consider those really horror movies; they're more action. But yeah, those are good Mummy movies.
They should have stuck with that instead of trying to do that Mummy movie with
the Dragon Emperor or whatever.
With what's his name?
With fucking Maverick.
Yeah. With
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah. I was again thinking that was supposed to be a kickoff to another Universal Monster Universe or Dark Universe is what they were calling it. I was looking forward to it, but yeah, it wasn't good.
Everybody loves what's his name right now. They should have just stuck with him.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
He's coming back, man.
Yeah, everybody loves him.
But like
there was a meme saying nobody hates these guys. It was Brendan Fraser and Keanu Reeves.
Did you ever watch the Texas Rising show? It was a mini
Texas
series.
Rising?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It was a mini series, and it basically dealt with like Texas gaining its independence from Mexico, and it was good, dude. It had fucking I can't think of his name.
That guy. Okay.
Fucking the Walking Dead guy with the bat.
Negan.
What's his
Jeffrey
name?
D. Morgan.
Yeah, Jeffrey Morgan's in it. Brendan Fraser's in it, and he's fucking good, man. It's good. Like, I highly recommend. Like, we're gonna talk like westerns and stuff like that. I highly recommend this movie. It is very good. It plays well, and again, if you're from Texas, you should watch it. I mean, I know you're from California, so maybe it'll mean shit to you, but you know, we fought for your independence.
See, that's
too.
another thing. It's like Dracula's coming around with dynamite. You think he'd have powers, or he could do more destruction? I don't know.
Hey, he fucking lit
it. Blew their treehouse, man.
Yeah. And now, and what's the wife doing? She's just fucking chilling.
See, the badass dad. Fraser, I'll kill you. He's like, really?
He lit another one. Get the fuck out.
It's always like a delayed reaction.
He just killed that dude's friend, dude.
I know, that's crazy, right?
Like, I'd be fucking unloading into him.
Right? He's still just like...
Because really, he's like, fuck. If I had a steak, though. Do you have a favorite vampire? Like, either a favorite Dracula or like a favorite vampire from any kind of vampire movie? Or a favorite vampire movie?
Said Adam Sandler.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck.
I don't know. Maybe the dad from The Lost Boys. He was kind of funny.
The, like, kind of stepdad guy? Or?
Yeah, remember the father of them?
Yeah.
Because he was like a big dorky dude.
Oh, God. Okay.
I don't know.
Lost Boys is a good vampire movie.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Blade? Does he count as a vampire?
Yeah, he don't count. He's half and half. He's a mutt.
Half breed. Burger King, there it is.
Shit, this might
Product placement.
This might be my favorite fucking...
This movie is sponsored by Burger
vampire.
King and Pepsi. It's everywhere in this movie.
And Adidas. We'll see in a little while. But look at his jacket.
I think that's the clock tower from Back to the Future.
This
is probably the
makes
same.
sense. Yeah,
this
it's probably
set,
the same set.
They probably reuse it for so many things.
Yeah. That town square, right?
Yeah.
You guys. Rudy's a fucking badass right here. You're not a virgin, are you? Oh, it's fucking funny.
Like, read it. She's like, you read it. He's not a virgin. Did you ask him? Rudy.
I'm telling you. It's like, I'm in the darn club, ain't I?
She's like, yeah, what he said. Stupid.
And, like, people are dying. Like, it's not fucking...
I know,
You
right?
know, there's a lot of, like in the 80s or some of the movies where there's not fucking consequences, right? Like, Rudy's killing people. Fucking Dracula just fucking blew up somebody. Like, people are dying. It's not, low stakes here. Now, look at this shit. Driving, fucking shoots him.
Out the window, right?
All right?
His dad is a badass. First of all, how accurate are you with the handgun? No, more than 10 feet.
But again, how bad
Driving, shooting in the air.
How badass are you in this little town where you probably don't even need cops?
Right.
Hey, you got him. Again, it's not gonna do shit, you know.
Yeah. But that's another thing, right? He was shooting him earlier, no effect. He shoots him as a bat, and it gets him.
That's when he's vulnerable, dude. You don't know the rules. You gotta talk to scary German guy. There's other product placement.
Adidas. You're right. It's Burger King, Pepsi, and Adidas all over this movie. Dude, and he just blows up the Wolfman.
Like, cause you remember when he's talking to his dad earlier, and he's like, if they push him out, if they put a bomb, strapped a bomb to him, throw him out of a window, he'd still come back.
You think it would though?
Oh yeah, come on. There's only one way to kill a werewolf.
Even if you blow him up.
Yeah. You shipped his body parts around the world, they'd come back together. That's the way it happens.
It's like, read it.
Now, again, I tell you, like, I worked in Nightmare on Grayson. Now, when I started off, it's like, you're just going to do, like, this little role and stuff like that. And you just sit there all night and fucking scare people. Later on, you know, I got to get, like, more kind of freedom, walk around, do different stuff. They had the mask making room, and so we'd have all this shit lying around, like, you know, where you can kind of create your own things. They had this guy that worked there that I got to hang around, and it's weird, dude, because I was like a 15-year-old kid working with adults. A lot of them were crazy. You know, there was a group of them that would fucking be in the restrooms doing lines before fucking
Cool.
like there were fucking grown ass adult parties afterwards, after every fucking show that I didn't go to because I was 15. But it was pretty cool. But like they were cool with me, man. They fucking, you know, this guy was, you know, showed me how to do makeup and stuff like that. Now, you'd be in there and they'd always have the music playing in the background and stuff like that. So you'd get this shit ingrained in your fucking head. Now, they had like some of the scary music from different movies on here. I remember they had like some of this, but they had like the Nightmare on Elm Street like theme always playing in the background, and you'd hear that shit.
Like, she finally got the German saying right. Nothing happened. Like, are you sure she's a virgin? She's like, well, Steve, but he doesn't count. Doesn't count. And there's the Wolfman more killing these cops.
Yeah, dude.
He killed all them cops.
He fucks them all up.
And he grabs a gun off a dead guy. Puts in his silver bullet that he made.
Only one way to kill a werewolf. Now, is it me?
And the creature comes out of the sewer.
To me, it seems like this is a small town, and there's a lot of fucking cops.
Right? He's like, is she a virgin? It'd be messed up. He'd be like, are you a virgin?
She's 5 years old.
More cops killed.
Again,
They're going to have some openings for cops in this town.
I've watched a lot of like the horror movies, the Universal Monster. This is one of the best fucking creatures that I've seen.
I don't know why it reminded me of Predator a little bit.
Yeah, they call him the Gill Man, right? Like he's got that mouth.
They're like, let me in. No way, fat kid.
But is that like a comic book shop?
I thought I saw comics.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were magazines, because I think it's a little diner. I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh, what are those?
If you remember, like, back in the day, well,
it says magazines and novelties.
Yeah, like, there wasn't a lot of, this is a comic book shop. Like, you'd have to find comics at places like that.
They're like, good job, fat kid. He's like, my name
is Horace.
Is Horace.
There he is.
Phoebe speaking in German.
And then, like, it talks about, or like, because, you know, they've had numerous things with this group. The vampire guy, he talked about, like, he didn't come out in costume around the little girl until this time so that she could be, like, fucking really, like, fucking scared of him.
And what's crazy, like that creature from the sea creature, Black Lagoon, whatever.
Yeah.
He was so easy to kill.
Yeah.
You just shot him.
Like, so, like, this is fucking, like, the way the vampire should fucking look to me, right? The classic vampire with, like, a suit or whatever you want to call that, with the black and red cape. So, like, when I wanted to dress like a vampire, like, again, I didn't have a fucking suit or nothing like that, but I try to fucking mimic this shit as much as I can, because this was the cheap costume, right? Like, back in the day. Is you slicked your hair back and fucking painted your face white and went as a vampire.
I used to think was cool. Like he always had like some kind of amulet or pendant.
Yeah. Like again, I don't like the modern day looking vampires. Like, you know,
as cool as it is though, if you were to make a vampire movie with this look nowadays, people would laugh at it.
Yeah.
People laugh at it. They'd be like, what is this movie?
Recently there was a Vampires in Brooklyn movie that came out on Netflix. I
Did
thought
you
it
see
was
that?
pretty good.
I was gonna bring that up. I liked it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. I haven't, like, they have that new, it's called like Fear Street or something like that. I haven't seen that.
I don't know.
I haven't checked that out. I haven't, like, it looks interesting and there's a 3-part series to it, but I haven't.
So Frankenstein saving the little girl because that's his new friend.
He fucking tells Dracula, bogus. Fucking. Oh, here we go. Blowing a hole in Bimbo. Oh, Bimbo.
Dumbo. He said Dumbo.
The funniest part to me is like everyone's all struggling. The little girl's just hiding behind a fucking park bench.
I know. Look, this wind is so strong. It's pulling up the whole Jeep.
It's fucking. It pulls Dracula off. He's gonna take Sean with him. Sean, no,
Dad.
Sean's a badass too, though.
Was that a cop?
Yeah, fucking a cop's dead body. That's all fucked up.
And Van Helsing comes out of limbo. Give him a thumbs up. Like, yeah.
This is a good movie.
That steak should have killed him, though, right?
Yeah.
You still had to grab him in there.
He still got to go, bro. Can't leave the body behind.
Holding the dog by the tail.
Phoebe. Yeah, and then this part was like, oh fuck, I didn't know I was gonna cry on Monster Squad. You know,
it just sucked in that truck, and it's not sucking in that park bench.
Oh, bro, it's bolted to the ground.
Okay. Don't go.
Don't go away, Frankenstein.
That was her sloth, right?
Yeah.
See, they're similar in a way.
Yeah, I mean, again, Goonies 85. This was 87, so you know, it took some. You go back, 87 was filled with fucking good movies, so I guess this kind of fell by the wayside. I don't think it made a lot.
It's more of a cult classic now.
It is, and everyone knows it. Like you know, everyone fucking. I don't know. You didn't really know it, so.
Well, I don't know.
But yeah, like when
it had its followers, but it just wasn't as big as.
But I thought when I put it out on our page, like I didn't think it would cause controversy. I mean, but it was only
you got a lot of people on your side.
There was only 2 people that were against it, so I might be right.
I don't know. This is so crazy. Here we got the military coming in because of this little crayon written notes.
Dude,
it's like, come on. How do they even know where to go?
Oh, fucking.
They're like, who's Eugene?
But yeah, like again, dude, I think the budget it says was about 12 million, and worldwide it only grossed about 3 million.
Wow.
Yeah, so again, afterwards, like it's become a cult classic and everything like that. But it is, you know, it wasn't a hit, you know.
Who the hell can tell me what's going on here? Well, I can. Well, who are you? Where's the Monster Squad? But like this military guy comes in like, okay, where's the monsters? Come on.
Hey, the fucking German guy got scared around the fucking military guys.
Oh,
fuck. He's like, Dad, meet scared German guy. Okay, but then, again, the greatest song in the world comes out, and the Monster Squad song.
I guess, right?
It wasn't a fucking Goonie song, bro. Oh, there was that Cyndi Lauper song came out with it. But okay, this movie. I remember the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had a song at the end about it.
I was just gonna say that. Turtle power.
Yeah. This has to
even
be the
part two. Even part two, Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
But man, I don't know. Again, this movie is very prominent to me. Like, it's one of those movies I grew up with. I fucking love. I'll watch it every year until it's done. But I mean, it's one of my favorite movies, man.
I don't know. It don't get me in the feels like it does you.
No,
but,
yeah, I fucking love it.
I mean, there's a little nostalgia there, but yeah, I don't have the same feelings.
The placemat at my house says Stephen King rules on it. Nice. Going into my house. But yeah, it's one of those movies for me, man. It was a classic. I watch it every year, and again, like as we go on through the month, I'll talk about all these things that I do watch, but it's a lot of good stuff. You know what I think we should do is I want to get into Roseanne. The Halloween episodes were some of my favorite fucking episodes,
dude.
And you know,
we need to do some TV.
We can. I would totally be down to watch every Halloween episode for Roseanne.
I'd be down.
I mean, it'd be like 2 hours, but we'll stretch it.
Could do like 4 of them. It'd be like a movie.
Yeah.
I'm definitely down for that. I love Roseanne, of course. Dan Connor.
I want to say it's available on Hulu or it's streaming somewhere. It's streaming somewhere because I watched.
I think so. I think Hulu has a lot of ABC shows.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? You messed me up with that Roseanne. I thought you were gonna say She-Devil.
No. Like I like getting into horror stuff or stuff like that. But like Halloween theme songs, movies, everything like that. I fucking love it. I love it all.
I want to see a good slasher.
Well, I mean, now knowing that you haven't seen the Halloween movies, we got to watch one.
I like. Have you seen any like the Blumhouse stuff?
I don't know.
Have you seen Happy Death Day, like the first one?
No,
I haven't seen the second one.
No,
I like the first one.
I haven't gotten into any of those like movies that are almost independent horror movies. I guess I would say.
And I was bored last night because my daughter had some friends over there having a mum making party because homecoming is in a couple weeks. So I started watching Freaky. Have you seen that with what's his name?
It just came out, right, with Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah. Is that good? What was that about?
I started watching it, and I didn't finish it, but because I fell asleep. Not because of the movie, just because I was tired.
Oh yeah.
But I like the premise because some of my favorite movies too were like Freaky Friday, Vice Versa.
Yeah.
there's a couple other movies where they like father like son.
Yeah. With Kirk Cameron, Dudley Moore. Yeah.
Where they switch, right? They switch bodies.
Yes, I love those.
So this is that same kind of premise. You got Vince Vaughn. He's like this killer.
Okay.
He's like this killer, right? And something happens. I don't want to spoil it. Where he switches places with this high school girl. And so when I stopped the movie is when they had just switched. So, but it starts off pretty good. I like it.
Yeah,
pretty gruesome.
I'm gonna fucking check that out. I like Vince Vaughn, man. Like Vince Vaughn, I like that the stuff that he's gotten, but I'm surprised that it's kind of like gone away a little bit, right? Like he hasn't been in anything too prevalent lately.
Yeah, this one, I think it's gonna be pretty good once I finish it. But I want to do some kind of slasher movie.
No, dude, but we have to get into like the 80s. I can't believe you haven't seen Halloween. Like, did you watch like the Rob Zombie ones or
no?
No. I don't like them.
What do you think about him bringing back the monsters?
I don't know. It's kind of. I'm into Rob Zombie. I was a White Zombie fan. I was a Rob Zombie fan.
I just don't know what's take going to be on it because the monsters it was kind of a comedy. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's going to go serious with it. I hope not, but I don't know.
Well, and then it was always like if you watch Nick and Night back in the day, it would show like the Addams Family and it showed the monsters, and you were either one or the other.
Yeah. I don't know. I like monsters.
Yeah.
Addams Family's good too, though.
I like the monsters in the 90s when the
like
Addams
the Raul
Family.
Julia.
Yeah. I love those groups. Yeah.
I haven't seen the new cartoons. They're making another one.
The new cartoon was good.
Was it?
Yeah, it was all right. It was, but again, Hotel Transylvania has kind of taken that spot right now. I think.
As the funny
kind of Halloween-y type thing.
Yeah, I see that. Did they make a show too, or is it just movies?
I want to say they made a show, but
with the
it's
daughter?
like 3 or 4 fucking movies already.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, damn. And my daughter could sit there and fucking watch all of them.
It's because it's Adam Sandler. Told you.
It's funny. I mean, again, I like the Hubie Halloween. It's good. It's like fucking. We're watching Grown Ups Halloween.
Have you seen any of these? Have you seen Transylvania 65?
Transylvania 65000 is one of my fucking favorites. Growing up, Transylvania 65000.
This is the one, right? Mistress of the Dark.
You really need to watch that movie. Like, if you haven't.
1998, really?
No, it was 88, 89 at least.
Prime needs to get their dates right.
Yeah, it is. I watch it every year. We watched it yesterday. You know, I don't have like a written list of stuff, but there's certain movies that I just force us to fucking watch every Halloween. You know, we're gonna get into Creepshow 1 and 2.
What about Texas Chainsaw Massacre? You seen any of those?
The original. Haven't seen part 2.
I remember seeing the one. I think it was like the Next Generation with
yeah.
Matthew McConaughey,
Renee Zellweger.
Yeah, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
There's She-Devil.
Again, I don't know why I'm pretty sure I have seen She-Devil, but I don't remember too much.
Do you consider Jaws a horror movie?
I do, but more of a summer movie. So, like, if I'm gonna watch Jaws, I would watch it like before we went to the beach or something.
Dude, arachnophobia.
This movie just gives me the fucking creeps. It's not like scary, but I hate fucking spiders.
I don't know if I consider like bug movies or animal movies horror movies. I don't know.
I like there's a movie called 8-Legged Freaks, and it's fucking it's cheesy, but it is so much fucking
like
fun.
huge spiders. Like what's his name? Arquette?
David Arquette. Yeah. I fucking love that movie, man. I can watch that a lot. I liked movies like that back in the day. Like I was always a fan of those fucking, like, there was a movie called Ants that came out in the 70s that were about, like, fucking ants taking over and shit.
Ants. Movies like The Blob.
Yeah. I like The
Stuff
Blob.
like that.
Yeah, like, in the 80s, The Blob got remade. I liked it. Like, I liked the premise and everything like that. In the 80s, we got, like, a lot of good random-ass horror movies. Like, there was a movie called The Stuff. Did you ever see that?
It's kind of like The Blob, right? But it was like this foam.
And it was this white fucking foam stuff that kind of replaced like everything. Like people were eating it, and then it was find out like it was made of people, or like it was like some kind of alien shit. I don't know, but it was a good movie. Like again, I keep getting into it, but like there's certain movies that I have to watch now, like that'll take up the majority of our movie watching time. So it's like me and my wife try to get into them. She's not always along for the fucking ride. The kids used to be along for the ride, but now it's just usually me and my wife.
Yeah, Halloween, we're not so much like that. Like Christmas time, there's movies we watch. Like we'll watch all of the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen.
Of course, yes.
A movie I just can't get into. My kids always watch Polar Express.
Oh, yeah. I don't like that movie.
To me, that's scary.
I don't watch it at all.
Like to me, the animation is kind of creepy.
Yeah, my wife's like, yeah, we gotta watch that one, and I was like, nah, fuck that. We like Jingle All the Way, even though it's
Jingle
cheesy.
All the Way.
Sinbad.
Yeah.
Fucking.
You see, they re-released the Turbo Man toy.
Yeah. Heard it's fucking. It's expensive, right? Or it's bringing.
If you get it secondhand, I know it. I think it's like $30 if you find it at Walmart, but I haven't found one. So
one of the ones that we like is the one with Danny DeVito.
Oh, Deck the Halls.
Deck the Halls. Yeah,
we watched that too.
So
that's Christmas time. But
Yeah.
my point is like there's not a routine of movies or a series of movies that we always watch during Halloween.
Well,
Because
I'll be happy
I think,
to bring it.
because I think Hocus Pocus, a lot of people watch. I think that was a little bit past me. I never got into that.
You weren't into Hocus Pocus? That's definitely on the list.
So, and you mentioned Halloween Town. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe I missed that gap. But I think that's more. I think that's more millennials.
But that's the thing. Like I wasn't. I was older.
Me
like,
out there, I had the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. That's.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
No, that's on the list too. But like Halloween Town, oh man, it's a guilty pleasure for me. Like it is. It wasn't made when I was a kid. Like I want to say the first one came out like 94, 96. So I was already like 16. Mm-hmm. But I loved it, man. Like I fucking it has all the cheesy Halloween feels for me. So like the first one, the second one, and the third one, I can really watch. Like I have them on DVD, or I have the first and second one on DVD.
You got Disney movies? Are they Disney movies?
Yeah.
You got Disney movies on DVD?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're Disney Channel movies. They weren't like theatrical.
No, they weren't.
Okay. Wow.
But like it's a guilty pleasure for me. I fucking love it. I'll watch it. Like no one wants to watch with me. It's fine. Maybe I won't force it on the watchers, but man, I would fucking. I love it. Like it's on Disney Plus. Like it's available now. There's no excuse not to.
I guess.
Like again, you might feel like I'm a fucking adult watching this movie. It's cheesy as fuck, but it's good. I love Halloween. There's people that do too, so I don't feel that guilty about it.
Don't get me wrong. I like kids movies. But
No, yeah. It's good.
I think I just
fucking love it.
I missed that. It's a millennial movie.
But no, it's not even that. It's like if you love Halloween, like there's a town for Halloween. Like again, like
Halloween
who wouldn't
town.
fucking love it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So, let's get into this.
Yeah.
All right.
You can go first on this
You
one.
want me to go first because you're.
I mean, the best is the whole movie for me. So
you're
just
like
go ahead.
Getting excited over this movie. The best part is just like this was the original Universal Can we say Universal?
I mean, it typically wasn't, but when you consider the Universal Studio monsters, these are the ones you consider.
Yeah, this was the original. Yeah. This is what they're trying to do now. When it's already been done.
Yeah.
But
here's your Avengers.
Yeah. I guess maybe what they want to do now, which like I think this. Well, I'll get into what part of my what's lacking. This is a combo. This is my worst part too. The best part I liked that there was actually a team of monsters, and the worst part that I think too is that it was a team of monsters. I wanted more. We talked about we like the team up, right?
Team up, right? How did they do it?
Yeah, we like the little montages of how everybody comes together.
Yeah,
I think I would have liked that a little more. Like maybe they show they did stuff together back in the day. You know what I mean? Because they just automatically knew each other for some reason. But so that's my good and bad. That's my surely you can't be serious too.
I hear you on that. I really do. Like that's a good point. For me, I think the best part was the coming together, but on the guy side of it, the music montage in the middle. I know we didn't hear that, but them going out and making the cards, making the signs, making the weapons that they use. You know what I mean?
Shop class.
That forever. That Rock Until You Drop song. That's almost a pickup song for me. Like, I'm sure Jerry D from fucking Totally Rad Christmas can back me up on this, but that is one of those fucking 80s songs that gets you going.
All right, I'll buy that.
Yeah, what? Oh, fucking after it, watch that music, watch that song.
Getting all worked up, man.
Yes, I can't believe it. It's just. It's like when I tell people I'm a fan of the Deftones, and they're like, "Yeah, I've heard the Deftones," and I'm like, "You don't fucking love them? Like, what's your fucking problem?"
It's funny when you put that post in the Watchers in the Now Watch This Watchers group. Chuck made the comment like, "Oh, this is their first argument," and because we seem to think a lot alike,
yeah,
about a lot of things, and maybe this is the first one where we have some kind of different view of it, but
it's the greatest.
It's the greatest. The greatest of all time.
Yeah, I don't have a fucking Goonie shirt, bro.
Oh, okay.
You don't either.
I don't. I already said my Shirley, but
Surely you can't be serious.
what is your Shirley? You can't be serious.
There's not a lot about the movie.
Love this movie so
I
much.
fucking love it so much. There's not like I can't say anything bad about it at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, and it's like okay, there's shit like I mean, okay, the army shows up at the end because of a crayon written letter, but
Where are the monsters?
this town seems to be populated only by fucking sheriff deputies. Other than that, there's not a lot of that.
And we have our main crew of kids and the two bullies. And they don't show any other kids. But
No, they're at the fucking school. There's a lot of kids.
I
Don't
get-
go there.
I guess. Okay.
If I can change,
Я думаю, что каждый
Can
должен
change.
измениться.
and you can change,
Вы можете измениться.
Everybody can change. What would you change?
I would have fucking changed the release date on the fucking movie so that it could have came out with less fucking things around it.
Did
I
it
guess.
come out in Halloween?
No, it didn't. Like I want to say they dropped this movie like at a summer movie time.
I guess it's not technically a Halloween movie. Because the date, the 100 years, it was sometime in July, right?
Yeah. But again, like it wasn't a Halloween movie, but it was horror related. Like if you have a kid that you're trying to get into horror movies, this is a fucking pathway movie for them. You know what I mean?
I think so.
You can get them on
Because
this.
it's got monsters and they're not really scary.
you can get them on this, and then it can lead to other horror movies. Like you can have them watch.
So what would I change? I would change the title to the Goonies. No. I don't know what I would change. I think maybe I already said it, and when the thing that I didn't like is just I wanted more montage type of deal of the monsters coming together.
Okay, like
I guess
this says it came out in August, so
that's the end of the summer.
Yeah, the end of the summer movie.
People are probably tired of movies. I don't know.
I'm now. I need to see
what else came out that year.
Yeah, what else came out that month?
Because you said it only made $3 million.
Yeah, it only made $3 million.
That's surprising because a lot of people know this movie.
Okay,
maybe it was, like I said, a cult classic. It wasn't popular till after it came out on video.
Okay, so it says August 1987, and these are other movies that came out around it. Over the Top.
Oh.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, Blockbuster.
Full Metal Jacket.
Blockbuster.
Adventures in Babysitting.
That's a blockbuster too.
Dirty Dancing.
Blockbuster.
The Lost Boys.
Blockbuster. Oh, right there, that one killed that movie.
Witches of Eastwick. Yeah. Can't Buy Me Love.
Oh. All those came out at the same time?
Yeah, and the monster of all fucking 80s movies. Masters of the Universe.
Oh my god.
But I mean, goddamn, looking at other movies that came out around it, La Bamba.
Dude, no wonder this movie got shit.
Spaceballs. 3 Men and a Baby. Hellraiser. Raising Arizona. Like, yeah. I mean, this just falls down there. Disorderlies came out too. That was one of my favorites.
What? Fat Boys?
Yeah.
That's a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how this movie got drowned in.
Yeah.
Shoot.
But it, like, I mean, universally, like, I think it's loved. Like I've heard different people speak on it, you know, as I've looked back into it, and just because I'm a fan of the fucking movie, you know, people always, you know, go back to it as their fucking cult classic fucking 80s movie.
I get it. It's not for me, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I wish more would have came out of it. Like, I you could see more coming out of it, but when you see, like, it had a $12 million budget and only made 3 something, you know, they're not going to do more with it.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
I know it's played, like, in the draft house, you know.
That's what I mean. I think it got its following after it came out on video.
And that was a lot of things for the 80s too, right? Like it didn't get a following till after it hit the video market and shit like that.
Yeah, I wonder. Maybe we'll try to look that up, see how it did video wise.
Like total gross.
You got it. Well, I probably know your taco rating.
Oh, dude, this is fucking all the tacos. Like, what's the taco rating? All the tacos.
I'm gonna give this 3 tacos.
Oh god.
Because Goonies is 4. If I had to rate Goonies. Because Goonies has holes in it too. You know the whole. You remember at the end of Goonies where they're talking to the cops and he's like, "The octopus was really scary."
Yeah, and there was
an actual scene.
Yeah,
there was an actual scene with an octopus, but they probably thought this is stupid and cut that out.
Yeah.
That scene still kind of plays because it's like, oh, he's just making up stories.
I want to say that when Goonies was originally released on like TBS, because now it comes out on TBS a lot. Like sometimes, sometimes they have to stretch out the cut, and that scene's in there, right, or something like that.
I don't know. I know they do that to a lot of movies, but because like there's some scenes like that in Friday. Born in East LA has some different endings. I don't know if you ever noticed.
Yeah. Oh man, that one's one of my fucking favorites.
Born in East LA?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Psst, 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 psst.
What's happening?
So 3 tacos.
What's happening?
So I really like this movie. Again, classic 80s kids team up, Goonie type movie.
Yeah. It's true, right? Like,
yeah, it's like
a lot of these movies we talked about in the 80s, there's a first one that comes and then there's a bunch of fucking followers.
Yeah, but it's like, all these little group of friend movies, like
Yeah.
that pretty much represents the 80s too.
Yeah.
The
Stand
raunchy
By Me.
You had the raunchy high school movies, and then you
Cochinos.
had like the middle school kid team ups, kind of. Yeah. What'd you say? Goonies and what?
Stand By Me.
Oh, Stand By Me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it was based in the 50s. But
Yeah, it wasn't set in the 80s, but yeah.
That's another great movie.
Fuck yeah.
Stephen King.
And that one, it doesn't even play like a horror movie. You know what I mean?
It doesn't.
But it's one of those fucking classics.
Yeah, it is. Shit.
We'll get into it.
River Phoenix, man.
Lord ass.
Oh man. Boom, baba, boom.
Boom, Bob.
All right, I got 3 tacos. What do you got on this, man?
It's got to be 4 for me. Again, the rewatchability alone. Like I'll tell you, I've watched this movie at least 50 times. I don't know.
Really?
I'm not taking account, but I mean, I've watched it a lot. I know. We do watch it at least once a year. Like I just watched it. I guarantee it'll come up again. Like, and I'll be like, let's fucking check out Monster Squad. And
does it come on TV though?
No, it don't come on TV.
That's what I'm saying.
Very often.
Maybe that's another thing. It's not one of those movies that's like always on. Like you mentioned the Goonies. Goonies is always playing on TV. There's movies that make a regular run on TV.
And that's what I think made it so special when it did come on. Like I tell you, like when I was a kid, I used to scan the fucking TV guide every Sunday. When the paper came in. That was the thing back in the day, is reading the paper. When that paper came in, on. And if I saw it coming on,
program
or something
program the VCR.
And I did that one year, and I had it on VHS, and I get to watch it whenever I wanted. And I remember one year, I had it on, and I had it in my kids' room because I was having them watch it, and then one of them recorded over it.
You're like, oh, damn you.
Shit, no, what the hell? But again, it was one of those movies for me, man. Like, it hit all the right feels. It's definitely my 4 taco.
All right.
To the max.
What are we gonna do next? We did an 80s Halloween horror type movie. What decade are we gonna jump into?
I don't know. Like I want to do. I'm thinking, and just because you told me like you haven't watched it, like either we watch the original '78 Halloween, or we watch Halloween 4. I mean, it's in the '80s, but
which Halloween do you say is the best?
Do I say?
Yeah.
I like 4. Like
Okay.
people don't like 4. Like there's a lot of people that don't like it. For me, 4 is my favorite. Like I'll watch part 1 every year around Halloween time. I'll watch it because it's on a lot.
All right.
4 plays a lot too, but 4 is the one I go to.
All right. So I'm gonna make a commitment. I'm gonna watch at least up to 4. 1 through 4.
You don't have to watch 3. When the Halloween movies came out, they did 1 and 2, and Michael Myers was supposed to die after 2. They released 3, and 3. They thought it could just be like a Halloween movie. 3 has nothing to do with Michael Myers at all. It's not even a mention.
What about the latest one, the newest one?
The Rob Zombies?
Supposedly that is a real continuation.
Well, this is the fucked up thing about it. Is the newest one, the continuation, it doesn't even mention 4 or 5 or anything in between there.
So they
just
it's like
go
a real 3?
They go with 1 and 2 and I think H2O, and then they jump to this one. Or they cut all those out in between and just go 1 and 2 and then to the new.
Maybe I'll watch 1 and 2. Oh, but you like 4.
4, dude. 4 is 4. They call it the Return of Michael Myers, and it has to do with him going after, I think, his niece or something like that, which is supposed to be Laurie Strode's daughter, who's the main character in 1, who's Jamie Lee Curtis. So again, they can't make the newest ones without having those in there, with having 4 or 5 in there. So they just cut them all out. But for me, like part 4 was special to me. I went to see it in theaters. I remember the only reason I remember is because like my cousin was supposed to take us to Nightmare on Grayson. We got to Nightmare on Grayson, and she was too scared to get out of the car. So,
so you didn't go in?
She's like, let's go to the movies instead. And we went to go watch this movie. And again, it's classic Michael Myers. They bring the doc back and everything like that. So I don't want to get too into it, but dude, like, you gotta do yourself a favor and watch these movies. Like, I can't believe you haven't.
I have the rest of this month and next month to watch it. So,
well,
I'll make a commitment.
Yeah. Again, if you want, I wouldn't mind doing the Elvira movie.
All right.
There's people that love that fucking movie. Like, again, there's people that love Elvira. I loved Elvira back in the day, not because of the chichas, but that might be why you like her.
That's why everybody likes her. Get out of here.
I was a big fan, and I'm still a fan of the creature feature movies.
That's what I was gonna say, because she's not really known for movies. It was like a show, right?
Yeah,
where she was just kind of like a host and like, oh, look, here's this old creepy movie,
and she talked during the movies or about the movies leading into it. Now, I used to catch stuff like that, like on, we had Channel 5 all the time, Kins.
Yeah.
And on Saturday nights, late Saturday nights, they'd show creature features. And they'd have a host. And you can see, like, clips on YouTube of this horror movie host that was here in San Antonio. Which was pretty cool because it was San Antonio related. Like, remember back in the day, KEBB used to show, and Fox 35 used to show movies. They used to show creature features too, where they'd have a host.
Yeah.
And they lead into the movie and stuff like that. Every commercial would come back, and they'd have a host. Like, and then like Universal had that on Channel 31, where they had hosts up late night hosts. TNT had Joe Bob Briggs. That's pretty universally loved now, or like he has his own set of fans now, where he does a show on, I think, Shudder now. But I used to love those movies or those hosts and those type of movies. In the 80s they had the Fright Night movie. They had the horror movie host. That comes out.
I'd be down to watch that.
Yeah, I mean, we can get into that one too. That one's fucking. I love that. I love Fright Night. I like Jim Carrey's fucking Once Bitten. I love that movie. Like, I watch that one every year at least too.
But you remember the Frighteners?
Michael J. Fox. Yep. I think Peter Jackson did that movie.
There's a lot of movies we can get into.
Yeah.
But so Elvira.
If you're down, I'm down.
Was it Mistress of the Night?
Mistress of the Dark.
Of the Dark.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I just watched it yesterday, so.
So it's fresh in your mind?
Yeah.
He can picture the chickens now. All right. I guess that's it.
Yeah, man.
Look forward to next time when we hit Elvira.
Mistress of the Dark.
All right. Just remember out there, listeners, and now watchers. Oh, they're watching the what? Who's the watcher in this?
They're watching the watchers.
Are they the watchers?
Yeah. Just like
they're watchers because they're watching us.
Now watch us.
All right. So this is Lucky, and then Joe saying,
"Oh, this is Lucky.
This is Lucky, Joe." Figure something out. Now we're on video.
Yeah.
Remember, keep watching,
keep listening, and keep watching.
Yeah.
Again.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Hey, life's a risk, carnal.
Tell me something, my friend. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Really?
I do a great impression of a hot dog.
Billy likes to drink soda.
So am I to understand that you men completed your training on
They
your
put him in
own?
the play.
The fact.
Yeah, they.
I saw him and I was
Come
like,
on, seriously, who is that?
I only came here to do two things, man. Kick some ass and drink some beer. Looks like we're almost out of beer.
Oh, fuck, you're getting there.